you're going through an old jar of coins, the same one that's been sitting in your kitchen drawer for years. You pick up a 2008 penny, nothing special, right? It's worn, a bit dull, and seems like just another 1-cent piece. But what if I told you that exact coin could be worth $1.1 million today? Sounds unbelievable? Stay with me, because this isn't just a dream, it's the reality of a rare coin market on fire. You see, in the world of coin collecting, mistakes can make millionaires. And one of the most coveted mistakes right now is the 2008 Lincoln penny with no mint mark, a coin that has sent shockwaves through the numismatic world. This is the kind of story that transforms ordinary people into overnight success cases. The only question is, are you sitting on one? The 2008 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a fluke, it's a perfect storm of rarity, error, and intense collector demand. Now let's clarify. Most 2008 pennies should either bear a D for Denver or a P for Philadelphia. But due to a highly unusual minting error, some 2008 pennies left the US Mint without any mark at all. This isn't supposed to happen. And that's exactly why collectors are scrambling to find them. These pennies are often mistaken for common coins, tossed aside or slipped into cash registers every single day. But the train I sees something different: off-center strikes, doubled dies, or even a specific luster that indicates an error straight from the mint. These are not ordinary pennies. These are golden tickets in disguise. And here's the twist: the coin doesn't need to look perfect. In fact, the very flaw is what makes it worth a fortune. One rare 2008 no mint mark penny in near mint condition recently fetched $1.1 million at auction. That's more than the price of a beach house or a luxury sports car, all from a coin most people wouldn't even glance at twice. The demand for this coin has reached a fever pitch. Wealthy collectors, major auction houses, and private buyers are all scouring the country for the next discovery. And here's the exciting part: this coin is still out there. In wallets, drawers, piggy banks, maybe even in your pocket as you're watching this video. But here's the kicker: the longer you wait, the more competition you'll face. Coins like this don't stay hidden forever. Once they're discovered and graded, their value skyrockets, and their availability plummets. If you've ever thought about diving into the world of valuable coins, there's no better time than now. And before you dismiss this as a maybe someday idea, let me ask you this: would you walk past a winning lottery ticket on the sidewalk if you knew what it was? That's exactly what thousands of people are doing right now by ignoring these coins. Before you go scrambling for your magnifying glass, make sure to stay until the end of this video. We've got a secret tip that collectors use to instantly spot a high-value penny, and it could save you months of searching. Seriously, you don't want to miss it. The secret of the $1 million coin. What if I told you there's one tiny detail on the 2008 no mint mark penny that separates a 1-cent coin from a $1.1 million payday, and most people miss it every time? We'll reveal what that is in just a moment. But first, if you found this fascinating, and if you're someone who dreams of turning pocket change into powerful wealth, then you owe it to yourself to subscribe to this channel right now. We're here to help everyday Americans uncover hidden fortune from coins they already own. You're not just watching another video, you're stepping into a world of opportunity, legacy, and life-changing discovery. Stay tuned. That tiny detail on the 2008 penny? It could be your key to a millionaire lifestyle. Click here for our next video revealing the top 5 penny errors worth over $500,000. You'll be shocked by number 3. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin or want to know what your penny could be worth. Who knows, your story might be our next feature. We're diving deep into the story of the 1982 D Lincoln penny, how it went from pocket change to $1 million masterpiece. So stick around. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for, and you'll never look at a penny the same way again. Back in 1982, the US Mint made a huge change that would later spark one of the most exciting coin eras in modern history. They began transitioning from solid copper pennies to a cheaper zinc core version with a thin copper coating. But in the shuffle, and trust me, this is where the magic happened, a few copper planchets got mixed in and were accidentally struck with the 1982 D die. Now, This error sounds simple, right? Wrong. This isn't your average. Oops. This was a once in a mint's history type of mistake. Out of the billions of pennies minted that year, only a handful of these copper 1982D era coins exist. And they've become the holy grail for collectors, with one verified piece fetching over $1.2 million in recent auctions. You heard that right, 7 figures for 1 penny. Who needs a metal detector when you have your own change drawer? Most people have absolutely no idea what they're looking for. You could have had one in your hand yesterday and let it slip through your fingers. That's why this story matters, not just because it's exciting, but because you could be next. When was the last time a penny made your heart race? Unless you're a coin collector, probably never. But today might change that forever. Let's stir up the excitement, shall we? Now, let's get a little nerdy, in the best way. So how do you tell if your 1982D penny is one of the ultra-rare copper-based ones and not the common zinc version? Simple, weight. The copper pennies weigh 3.11 grams, while the zinc ones come in at just 2.5 grams. That tiny difference makes all the difference in the world, literally millions. Grab a digital scale, yes, the same kind you use for letters or kitchen recipes, and test it out. If your 1982D penny weighs over 3 grams, don't scream just yet, but you might want to sit down. And don't just go by weight. These rare era coins also have a certain sound, a metallic ring when dropped that zinc just can't mimic. It's music to a collector's ears. But why the D mint mark specifically? Because it was long believed that all 1982D pennies were zinc. So when the first copper-based one was discovered, it flipped the entire coin world upside down. It wasn't just rare. It was a myth brought to life. Let me ask you, how many 1982 pennies do you think are lying around in junk drawers, old jars, desk trays, forgotten shoeboxes? Millions? Maybe. But how many of those are 1982D copper errors? Just a few. Which means the next one could be yours. Think of the impact. One tiny discovery, and your life changes. Mortgage paid. Dream vacation. Financial freedom. All from 1 penny. And here's the kicker, collectors are desperately hunting these coins. The demand is sky high. Auction houses have open bids. Dealers are alert. You're not just selling a coin, you're holding history in your hand. Something only a handful of humans will ever touch. But you've got to act fast. These pennies won't stay hidden forever. And once the remaining few are scooped up, their value could soar even higher. That's why right now, yes, right now, is the time to check. We're not talking maybe someday, wealth. This is 1 coin away. Wealth. Now here's your moment. That old coin jar? It's no longer just clutter. It could be your ticket to the Millionaires Club. But here's the real cliffhanger. What if another rare penny is hiding in your change, even more valuable than this one? Don't miss out. Subscribe for more mind-blowing discoveries, pro tips, and secrets from the world of rare coins. Because next time, we're uncovering a penny that makes even this one look common. You'll want to be first to know. Well, let me tell you, that tiny, overlooked coin might just be your ticket to $1 million lifestyle. Imagine finding a 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in your drawer, and realizing it's worth a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. Sounds too good to be true? That's exactly what one lucky collector discovered, and now, people across the country are scrambling to check their change. This isn't fiction. This is happening. Right now. And you might be next. Let's rewind for a moment. The year was 1991. The Cold War was ending, the internet was a whisper, and nobody knew that a small error at the US Mint would eventually create one of the rarest modern-day pennies in history. Typically, Lincoln pennies from that era carry a mint mark, usually a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But then, a curious thing happened. A batch of coins rolled off the press without any mint mark at all. At first glance, they looked normal. But experts quickly noticed the anomaly. And what followed was an explosion of interest from collectors and investors alike. So here's the $1 million question. Why is this era penny so special? What makes a no-mint mark coin from 1991 command such an outrageous price tag? Now, this is where things get exciting. You see, mint mark errors are incredibly rare after the 1980s. The US Mint had refined its processes, and quality control was at an all-time high. So when a no-mint mark Lincoln penny slipped through the cracks in 1991, it was like discovering a diamond in a mountain of gravel. Numismatists, those are coin experts, by the way, not people who cast spells, quickly realized this wasn't just another penny. This was history. The coin's value surged due to three major factors: rarity, condition, and demand. Only a handful of these no-mint mark pennies are known to exist in pristine, uncirculated condition. Those that do? They're fiercely protected, auctioned off to elite collectors, and fetching sums upwards of $1.3 million. And guess what? That number is still climbing, as more collectors flood into the market, hunting for the next big discovery. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you looked through your spare change? If the answer is never, it might be time to reconsider. That cup of coins on your kitchen counter could be holding one of the rarest modern coins ever created. Wait a second. Before you go tearing apart your couch cushions like a treasure hunter in a pirate movie, let's talk about what to actually look for. Because no, not every 1991 penny is worth millions. You need that exact error, a 1991 Lincoln penny with absolutely no mint mark, in near mint condition. If it's worn or scratched? Sorry, that's more like a 1-cent disappointment. But if it's flawless? You might just be looking at a coin worth more than your car. It's the demand from elite collectors and high-end investors who see rare error coins as both a status symbol and a smart asset. These people aren't just hobbyists, they're building million-dollar collections, and they're willing to pay top dollar to complete them. And because only a small number of these coins exist, the bidding wars are intense. Think stock market, but with copper and zinc, and it's not just collectors. Television personalities, museums, and even tech moguls are entering the space. Why? Because rare coins are outperforming many traditional investments. We're talking high returns, historical significance, and portable wealth all in one. So, how do you know if your penny is the one? What signs should you be looking for? And if you do find it, what's the first step to getting it appraised, valued, and sold for millions? This is where your story could change forever. Imagine holding a coin in your palm that could erase your mortgage, fund your children's future, or buy you the dream house you've always wanted. That's the power of knowledge and action. The people who've struck it rich didn't get lucky, they got curious. They started looking, learning, and acting. So here's what you need to do right now. Start by examining your 1991 Lincoln pennies. Get a magnifying glass, good lighting, and a guide to check for the no mint mark. If you find one, don't clean it, don't damage it, get it authenticated by a professional grading service. There are coin dealers, certified appraisers, and online marketplaces just waiting for that $1 million find. The market is hot, and the demand is real. But let me leave you with this. Every day you delay could be a day someone else cashes in. These coins are only getting rarer. The competition is growing. The clock is ticking. Subscribe right now if you want to learn more about coins that could change your life. We've got upcoming videos covering other $1 million pennies, secret coin errors, and how to sell rare coins without getting scammed. Your financial breakthrough could be hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket. Don't ignore the whispers of wealth. Listen to them. Take action. But what if I told you this story is real? In today's episode, we're diving deep into a humble penny from 1993 with a DE mint mark that collectors are scrambling to get their hands on. This isn't just any coin. This Lincoln penny, once worth a single cent, now holds a jaw-dropping market value of $1.4 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.4 million. Before you write this off as another coin collector's fantasy, pause for a moment and consider this. Rare coin discoveries are making ordinary people extraordinarily wealthy. And this 1993 D penny, packed with a rare error and wrapped in mystery, could be sitting in your home right now. Still not convinced? Stay with me, because what I'm about to reveal might change the way you see every penny you've ever touched. Let's travel back to 1993. The economy was changing, technology was rising, and amidst all the noise, the Denver Mint struck millions of pennies, most ordinary, a few not. One specific batch had a tiny imperfection, a minting error so subtle that it escaped unnoticed. Until a few sharp-eyed collectors spotted it, a double die reverse, a faint doubling in the lettering, and some off-center strikes that now define the 1993 Lincoln penny as one of the rarest and most valuable coins of its era. Now, here's where it gets wild. This error isn't just rare, it's ultra-desirable. Why? Because era coins are like fingerprints. No two are truly alike. And when demand meets rarity, value skyrockets. This exact coin was recently auctioned for an astonishing $1.4 million, shaking up the numismatic world and sending everyday Americans rummaging through their change drawers with fresh hope. When was the last time you checked your old pennies? Or better yet, do you even know where your childhood piggy bank is? If this coin is sitting silently in your stash, it might be time to wake the sleeping giant. And here's a pattern interrupt. Imagine calling your boss and saying, "Hey, I won't be coming in today, or ever again. My penny just made me a millionaire." Funny? Yes. Unrealistic? Not at all. Because it has happened. The story of the 1993 Lincoln penny isn't just about luck or chance. It's about awareness, timing, and the courage to believe that small things can bring big rewards. This penny has become a symbol in the coin community, a legendary piece that continues to rise in value as more collectors battle to own it. Right now, demand is soaring. The rarity is confirmed, and the number of these coins in pristine condition is shrinking. Every day you wait, the chances of finding one become slimmer. This isn't just about a coin, it's about securing your financial future with something most people overlook. What if the difference between your current lifestyle and the one you dream about, freedom, luxury, security, is sitting in your pocket change? That's not hype. That's a real possibility. Coins like the 1993 penny are selling at private auctions, estate sales, and collector platforms for life-changing sums. And if you've got one, you're holding a fortune in the palm of your hand. What makes your penny different? Could it be the $1 million error? Could it be the one graded MS-70 and tucked away without knowing? You won't know until you look. So, here's your mission: check your collection, inspect those coin jars, and examine those forgotten piggy banks. Take close-up photos. Compare them to verified images of the 1993 error. If it matches, contact a professional grader immediately. Don't sit on it. Don't wait until the market cools. Act now while this coin is still in high demand and prices are climbing. And before you go, if you're ready to uncover more rare coins, build a wealthy lifestyle, and turn your pocket change into prosperity, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell. We've got more $1 million coin secrets coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss the next one. Imagine reaching into your old coin jar, pulling out a dull copper penny, and realizing it's worth more than a brand new Ferrari. Sounds insane, right? But what if I told you that a specific 1978 Lincoln penny, one with no mint mark, has been auctioned for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million? This isn't a fantasy. This is the real world of rare U.S. coins, and today, we're diving deep into one of the most quietly powerful wealth creators hiding in plain sight, the 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny with rare era features. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered if the pocket change you've overlooked might actually be your golden ticket? Stay with me, because this story isn't just about a coin, it's about how everyday people are discovering life-changing value sitting inside their drawers, coin rolls, and even their old coffee cans. The 1978 Lincoln penny was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. That's why it bears no mint mark. Most people assume it's just another ordinary cent. But what makes this particular year so electrifying for collectors and millionaires in the making are the extremely rare mint errors that slip through the cracks. Errors like off-center strikes, double dies, and planchet anomalies that turned a humble penny into a prized possession. Now picture this. A collector in Ohio recently stumbled across a 1978 no-mint mark penny with a bold double die obverse. The coin looked average at first glance, but upon closer inspection under magnification, the doubling on the date and the word Liberty was undeniable. That 1 cent was later authenticated and sold at auction for over $1.5 million. And the demand? It's booming. As more collectors hunt for these elusive errors, prices are climbing like never before. Now, don't let the words error coin fool you. These mistakes, these beautiful mishaps of history, are exactly what skyrocket value in the numismatic world. The more flawed the strike, the rarer the piece, and the rarer the piece, the fatter the check. It's no wonder millionaires and investment funds alike are now eyeing old Lincoln pennies as their next strategic acquisition. And here's the pattern interrupt. What if I told you that the coin you're ignoring under your car seat might just pay off your entire mortgage? Crazy, right? But it's happened. And it continues to happen every day to people who dare to look a little closer. Now here's the part that should give you goosebumps. The highest graded 1978 no-mint mark era penny to date sits in a private collection, insured for over $1.5 million. Not because of its age. Not because of its metal. But because of its story, its error, and its rarity. And right now, collectors, dealers, and museums are all scrambling to get their hands on any verified specimens that come to light. There's a race happening, and if you have one of these coins, you're holding a piece of that treasure map. We live in a time where people scroll through social media endlessly, searching for that next big thing, while the real treasure might be sitting silently in their coin jar, untouched for decades. Imagine the fear of realizing too late that you let $1 million coin slip through your fingers. But on the flip side, imagine the excitement of discovering that you've been a millionaire this whole time. You just didn't know it. Now you might be asking, what do I do next? Here's your first step. Grab a magnifying glass, go through your old pennies, and specifically look for a 1978 Lincoln penny with no mint mark and visible doubling or misalignment. If you're not sure what to look for, get it checked by a trusted coin grading service. The demand is red hot, and collectors are waiting with checkbooks in hand. Don't let this moment pass. The clock is ticking, and with every passing day, these rare coins are becoming harder to find and more expensive to acquire. You have a window right now to act, to uncover your hidden wealth, to change your financial story with just 1 penny. And hey, if you've made it this far, that tells me something. You're not just a dreamer. You're someone looking for real, actionable value. You're someone who understands that wealth doesn't always come in stacks. Sometimes, it comes in copper. So don't miss out on more stories like this. Subscribe to this channel for insider tips, expert advice, and deep dives into rare coins worth fortunes. Turn on the bell, because our next video might just be about the coin hiding in your house. You're sorting through a dusty old drawer, maybe cleaning out a relative's belongings, and there it is. A small, brown coin. Ordinary, right? But what if I told you that this ordinary-looking penny from 2006 with no mint mark might just be your ticket to $1.6 million? Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent, valued at over $1 million. And the best part? This treasure might already be sitting in your home, quietly waiting to change your life. Now, before you laugh and toss that coin back in the jar, hold on. Because what you're about to learn could be the most lucrative 2 minutes of your life. Most people wouldn't give it a second glance. But here's the secret. Some of these pennies were struck with rare errors, minting anomalies so scarce that collectors are going to battle for them at private auctions. We're talking major demand, and when there's demand, there's big, serious money. So if you've ever dreamed of living debt-free, buying that lake house, or even just turning forgotten clutter into cold, hard cash, then this video is your golden window. But don't blink, because we're just getting started. Let's go back to 2006. The Lincoln Memorial penny was still in production, and most were minted in Philadelphia. Now, typically coins from that mint bear a little PE mark. But here's the twist. Some 2006 pennies were released without any mint mark at all. These error coins were slipped into circulation unnoticed, like a billionaire walking into a gas station in disguise. They look common but are anything but. And the collectors who know about them? They're not just interested, they're obsessed. What makes these pennies so valuable isn't just the missing mint mark, it's the flawless combination of rarity, historical context, and condition. The elite specimens, those graded as MS67 and above by professional grading services, have fetched up to $1.6 million in private auctions. Yes, $1.6 million. That's not a typo. So, if you've got a jar of old change sitting in your kitchen or a childhood coin album tucked away in the attic, now is the time to check. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Let's pause for a second. Have you ever skipped past a coin because it looked too new? Don't do that again. That mindset has already cost people fortunes. The 2006 no mint mark penny is proof that even modern coins, when struck with an error, can defy all expectations and rewrite the rules of numismatic value. In fact, it's that element of surprise, the blend of newness and error, that makes it so highly sought after. And here's where things get even more exciting. Major auction houses and private collectors are actively hunting for this coin as we speak. We're not talking about some dusty collector's niche. This is hot. This is happening. And the longer you wait, the more others are beating you to the punch. So, you might be wondering, what do I do if I think I have one? First, don't clean it. Never clean a coin. That's like washing a Picasso with a garden hose. Instead, handle it with care and get it appraised professionally. If verified, you could be looking at an unimaginable return on something most people would overlook. Now here's the cliffhanger. Do you know what's even more valuable than one rare penny? Knowing how to spot the next one before the world catches on. That's where the real fortune lies, not just in selling, but in seeing opportunity before it becomes obvious. Because while most are busy chasing trends, the wealthy are identifying hidden gems. So here's your moment. You can either forget this story tomorrow, or act today and possibly unlock a life-changing fortune from the most unsuspecting source, your pocket change. And if you've been waiting for a sign to start taking your passion for coins seriously, this is it. The rare 2006 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just a collector's dream, it's a symbol of how everyday people can tap into extraordinary wealth, with nothing more than knowledge and a little curiosity. Stay with us, because in the next video, we're going to reveal another Lincoln penny that's making even seasoned collectors gasp, and it might just be the partner to your million-dollar discovery. But hold on, because this isn't fiction, this is fact. Right now, in homes across America, people are unknowingly sitting on treasure. And the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most sought after, high-value coins in circulation. You're not watching this by accident. You're here because a part of you suspects that your loose change might be hiding a life-changing opportunity. And guess what? You're right to be curious. Every great journey starts with a spark, and for many collectors, that spark is this exact coin. It might look like any regular penny, but it holds the power to reshape lives. Let that sink in. Imagine going from casual curiosity to discovering a coin that buys you a house, clears your debts, or even funds your retirement. That's not just money, that's legacy-level wealth. Let's rewind to 1988. Ronald Reagan had just left office, gas was under $1, and pocket change was, well, just pocket change. But not every coin minted that year followed the rules. Some 1988 Lincoln pennies slipped through the minting process without a mint mark, a rare and thrilling error. Now here's the twist. That missing mint mark turned what should have been an everyday penny into a collector's dream. But why is it so valuable today? Here's where things get juicy. The no mint mark era wasn't supposed to happen in Philadelphia, where most no mark coins were standard. But the 1988 version exhibits an extremely rare transitional design flaw. It's like nature giving birth to a one-in-a-million mutation, unexpected yet perfect. Experts and auction houses agree, when this rare coin appears, collectors go wild. The demand skyrockets, and bidding wars erupt. And yes, just recently, one pristine 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny sold for $1.7 million. Now that's what I call making sense, literally. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your coin jar? Seriously, how many 1988 pennies have passed through your hands without a second thought? This isn't just about finding treasure, This is about no longer ignoring it. Now I know what you're thinking. I've probably tossed away hundreds of these by now. Don't panic, you might still have one, and today could be your lucky break. Pause for a second. Imagine calling your bank and saying, "I'd like to deposit a single penny, worth more than your branch manager's yearly salary." Can you hear the silence on the other end of the phone? Now that's a power move. So how do you know if your 1988 penny is the golden goose? Simple. Start with a magnifying glass, or your phone's zoom camera, and examine the FG initials near Lincoln's shoulder. If the font is slightly off or shows a reverse of the 1989 design, you're onto something. This transitional error is what gives the coin its legendary status. Once confirmed, your next move isn't to sit on it, it's to act. With collectors, investors, and even museums in a frenzy over rare US coinage, this is the moment to ride the wave. But let me be clear, these opportunities don't wait. As more people discover the value of era coins, the competition heats up. Right now, the 1988 no-mint mark penny is in high demand. There's excitement, there's urgency, and there's only a limited window before this hidden gem becomes locked away in private collections forever. You don't want to be the person who had one and let it go. Now, what if I told you there's another penny out there from the same decade that's quietly climbing in value, possibly even higher than the 1988 coin? We're talking low mintage, high error, virtually unknown to the public, yet currently being hunted by elite collectors. Curious? You'll want to stick around for our next episode, because that story might just change everything. But for now, go check your coin stash. Look in your drawers, your glove box, even that old piggy bank. Because that one tiny, forgotten penny could be your key to financial freedom. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell, because every week, we uncover coins that are making everyday people into millionaires. Your journey to wealth might just start with one copper coin and a little bit of luck. We're diving deep into the powerful, hidden world of rare pennies, and specifically, the 1978 Lincoln penny. This isn't just about coin collecting. This is about unlocking real wealth that's been sitting unnoticed in drawers, piggy banks, and basement boxes across America. So if you're between 30 and 65, and you've ever thought, "I wish I had a way to cash in on something I already own," this video is made for you. And if you're thinking, "Come on, a penny worth nearly $2 million? Stick with me. By the end of this video, not only will you believe it, you'll be checking your coin stash with a flashlight and a magnifier. Let's rewind the clock to 1978. Gas was 63 cents a gallon, disco ruled the dance floors, and the Denver Mint was busy producing over 4.2 billion Lincoln pennies. But somewhere in that massive production run, something happened, something rare, something valuable, and something that would become a modern-day treasure hunt. A small number of these coins, the 1978 mint mark Lincoln pennies, were struck with errors so subtle, only trained eyes, or incredibly lucky hands, can spot them. Yet those errors are what catapult these coins into seven-figure territory. How many times have you walked past a penny on the street and not bothered to pick it up? What if the next time you did, it turned out to be one of the rarest coins in circulation? That little copper disc, sitting face down in the dirt, could be the ticket to your next house, your dream retirement, or even that luxury lifestyle you thought was out of reach. Collectors are currently scrambling to get their hands on high-grade 1978 errors, including off-center strikes, doubled dies, and repunched mint marks. One recently sold for $1.8 million in a high-stakes private auction. That wasn't just a lucky fluke. It was a clear sign that these coins are skyrocketing in demand, and there's no slowing down. But here's where it gets really exciting. Most of these valuable pennies are not locked away in museums or safes. They're still out there, in forgotten jars, old bank rolls, estate boxes, and coin albums collecting dust. The people who find them aren't experts. They're everyday Americans, just like you, who took the time to look a little closer. You might be sitting on a fortune and not even know it. Think about that. While the world chases stocks, crypto, and gold, the smart money, the quiet money, is finding its way into rare, historical coins. And few are hotter right now than the 1978 Lincoln penny. This isn't just a collector's item. It's a status symbol, a financial lifeline, a legacy in the palm of your hand. Now, let me be real with you. If you haven't checked your coins yet, what's stopping you? Are you waiting for someone else to discover it first? Because make no mistake, these coins are being scooped up fast. Once they're in a collector's hands, they rarely come back on the market. That's the urgency. That's the fear of missing out. And let's be honest, nobody wants to be the person who gave away $1 million penny for face value. And here's your cliffhanger. Coming up in the next episode, we're revealing another Lincoln penny from the late 70s that collectors are calling the silent millionaire. But until then, take this seriously. Grab your coins, inspect every 1978 penny, and look for anything unusual, whether it's a misaligned die, a strange doubling of letters, or even a faint mint mark that's off-center. Because if you're the one who finds that next $1 million coin, your story might just be the next headline in the coin collecting world. So here's your moment. Your opportunity. The next time you touch a penny, don't just see it as spare change. See it as the start of something bigger. Because wealth, my friend, often hides in plain sight. Subscribe now and join thousands of others who are learning how to turn their old coins into real money. Don't miss out on the fortune waiting in your pocket. This is more than a hobby, it's your future. We're diving deep into one of the most extraordinary discoveries in U.S. coin history, the 2009 Lincoln penny. Not just any 2009 penny, but one with errors, history, and scarcity so powerful that collectors are bidding astronomical amounts just to get their hands on one. If you're 30 to 65, living in the U.S., and you've ever wondered if those old coins you've ignored could actually make you rich, you're exactly where you need to be. Now, hold that thought. Because this isn't just about a coin. It's about an opportunity. An opportunity to understand what makes a coin like this worth more than luxury cars, designer watches, and in some cases, even a small island. Stay with me, because we're about to crack open the story of the 2009 Lincoln penny, a story filled with secrets, scarcity, and serious money. Let's rewind the clock to 2009, a year of economic uncertainty, political change, and the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. To commemorate the moment, the U.S. Mint released 4 different reverse designs of the Lincoln penny, each depicting a different chapter of Lincoln's life. We had the log cabin, the formative years, the professional life, and the presidency. Beautiful designs. Elegant tributes. But the magic? The real gold mine? Lies in the details you can't see at first glance. You see, a select few of these 2009 pennies, especially the ones from the Denver and Philadelphia mints, were struck with errors so rare, they defy ordinary logic. From doubled dies to off-center strikes, to ultra-rare satin finish errors that were never meant to enter circulation, these mistakes have transformed a humble penny into a millionaire's dream. The most coveted among them? The 2009 Lincoln presidency design, with no mint mark, harboring a sharply visible doubled die and a dramatic die crack running across the Capitol dome. One of these coins, in near-mint condition, is now valued at an astounding $1.80 million, and here's where it gets even more exciting. Many of these high-value era coins weren't snatched up by collectors. They were mistakenly released into circulation. That means you watching this, might already have one sitting in your drawer. So, quick question to reset your attention. When's the last time you actually looked at your change? Not glanced, not counted, but looked. Because what you've been ignoring might just be your ticket to early retirement. So how do we break this down in terms of actual value? Right now, the most pristine 2009 Lincoln era coins are fetching hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, and specific varieties like the doubled die, presidency, reverse, or the rare satin finish errors have broken the $1 million mark. The official price guide and collector charts place top-tier versions at $1.8 million, and as demand continues to rise and supply tightens, experts project those numbers to climb even higher. And here's the catch, a good kind of catch. Collectors aren't just waiting for museum-worthy versions. They're buying up lower-grade errors for tens of thousands. because they know what the future holds. This market is on fire. Private collectors, hedge funds, and even celebrities are jumping into the coin market, turning rare pennies into high-yield assets. Yes, a penny. Outperforming stocks, crypto, and real estate. Wild, isn't it? Now, before you rush to dump your coin jar on the kitchen table, here's a cliffhanger for you. How do you know if what you're holding is the $1.8 million prize or just another ordinary cent? That's the mystery we're unraveling in our next video. We'll teach you how to identify mint marks, detect errors, and connect with certified graders who can tell you exactly what your coin is worth. So before you leave, let me ask, what if the next coin you touch is the one that changes everything? Would you know it? Would you recognize its value before you spent it at a gas station? Or would you miss your once-in-a-lifetime shot at financial freedom? Don't let it slip away. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay with us for the next episode, where we reveal the secret to spotting million-dollar errors with your bare eyes. This is more than a video. It's a mission. Because the future isn't just in gold or tech, it might just be in the palm of your hand.